will start Hello my dear students, today we are going to discuss certain topics in crop principles and practice of crop production. So cropping system, actually this cropping system means it refers to the crops and the crop sequence and also the management. Okay, so how it is, what are the techniques you are being following in a particular field and how you are sowing, in the sense how you are actually in what pattern you are growing your crops, etc. So it indicates a yearly sequence. Okay, in the sense in what period you will be growing your plants and what will be the special arrangements of crops. Okay, and how, what modifications you are making in the arrangements, everything else. Okay, so it is for larger area like a zone, taluka and also district. So what are the basic principles? The first one is you are choosing the crops that are complementary each other. They shouldn't be competitors. Okay, and you'll have to follow your cropping rotation. Okay, and you'll have to follow that such that the soil fertility shouldn't be depleted, and you should have crops which have a diversity of growth cycles. Okay, and you should have a diverse species of crops. You have to strategically plan and modify your cropping system as it is needed, and you have to monitor the progress. Your cropping system has to be modified as per the need. Okay, benefits of cropping system is, first one is you will have to maintain and enhance soil fertility. So what it is actually, this is what I said already. The nitrogen fixation entails you will have legumes and other crops, so that it has to be done, and you have to enhance the crop growth. Okay, so for example, there should be, for survival there should be maximum confrontation to be avoided. Okay, and the diseases should be less. The more diverse the species, the longer the period before the soil is reseeded with the same crop. So what happens actually, some soil-borne diseases or the insects will be created only if you are having the same, if you are planting the same variety of crops. If you are diversifying, then you won't have this problem, and you can have to control the weeds. Okay, rotating crops will be helping to prevent the serious weed species, etc. And changing the crops to can dramatically reduce the population of pests, and you can change the habitat, and they will not be available here itself. Okay, so these are some cropping some principles involved in cropping system while you are choosing. First one is solo or monocropping. Actually only you will have a single variety of this group alone in a pure stand or normal density. Okay, for 1 year. Monocropping means actually same piece of land year after year. Solo at one time for 1 year, but this will be year after year you will be going for monocropping. Next one is actually, what will be the advantage of this is, we always know it, no farmers will know this, and it is convenient for harvesting, etc. Due to unsuitable soil and nutrient management, productivity will be surely reduced. Why it is reduced actually? Because again and again you are doing it same. Okay, soil structure may be deteriorated and increase the infestation of pest disease and also the weeds, etc. So that might be a problem. What is called as your multiple cropping? Okay, so multiple cropping means you can say it is actually 2 or more crops will be grown. You can take it as you can have it, there will be some pattern will be followed. Okay, so pattern will be followed. Say for example, you can have your maize and wheat gram, wheat and green gram, etc. So what you are going for, maximum production per unit area, multiple use of resources, etc. There will be intensification of cropping and time and space, etc. That is, you will have more crops. So when you take it as a livelihood of farmers, actually it will be improving them economically also. Okay, so more number of crops will be planted in the same yield, same piece of land, and in that also we have different types like intercropping, mixed cropping, pre-sequence cropping, etc. So what advantages is that yield will be more. Okay, at the say same land, more benefit. Okay, reduce the pest and disease attack, better source of land utilization. What are the types of multiple cropping? Intercropping. Okay, we are growing 2 or more crops simultaneously on the same piece of land with a different row arrangement. Okay, so there will be, if you take it as the main crop, another will be something subcrop you can take. So what will happen, like between 2 main crops you can have a row of the subcrops, etc. Okay, it will be like insurance against crop failure, etc. And that also we have additive series. Additive series means intercrop is introduced in the same the base crop. It is done by adjusting or changing. That is actually, you can adjust it and you can say is in the same model itself. Maize from mung bean is a model I have shown in the diagram. You can see that how it is being placed. Okay, next one is replacement series. Both the components or component, it is done by sacrificing certain proportion of population. this here the main population is being taken, and in that we are replacing it by the sub one. Okay, that is we call it as a maize and mung bean. You can see that. Next one, what are the advantages? You can see improvement in soil fertility and everything else. There will be less risk, etc. Soil erosion avoided. Disadvantages is it's very difficult for us. We'll have to plant the fertilizer, everything, etc. Harvesting will be difficult, and if they are competitive, the yield may decrease. Relay cropping. Relay cropping means the succeeding crop. So it's like a relay what you are playing. First it is sown, planted. After proceeding, we have like this. Okay. After this physiological maturity stage, or when it is ready to harvest, you are going for the next one. Okay. Rice, linseed, lentil, etc. Advantages of relay cropping: better utilization of residual moisture, reduces the cost of cultivation practices, and labor requirement is less. Okay. Disadvantages: in harvesting by means of machinery is very difficult. Okay. Alley cropping. So system of growing jowar, maize, bajra, or any other one is called as alley cropping. Okay. So growing of maize in between the rows of the subarable planted at 5 to 10 meeting. This is for conservation of moisture and anything else. For this purpose alone they are doing this. Okay, this rows of this is called as a alley cropping. You can see that the soil erosions will be reduced by these plantations. Okay. Next one is multi-story cropping. So actually different heights, the crops of different heights, and vertical layers of leaf canopies will be planted like that way. So sunlight requirements or and the root system are being grown together. That is called like this, looking like a multi-story. So we call it as a multi-storied cropping. Okay, advantages actually there will be better utilization of moisture and nutrient, and sunlight and space will be divided, and based on that only we will be planting this, and enrichment of organic matter. Double cropping. How it is actually, they will be grown in sequence on the same piece of land in a year. Black, gram, java, like this. Okay, they will be sequentially, they will be planted as double cropping. Thank you.